Okay, beginning a brand new day or night. We're going to start with Bragas and the next step in the Tales of Tribute.
Today's the day, the intermediate. I don't think I've ever had a sharper deck. I bet it could even beat one of those Mournhold decks. Not that I mean, there's no way we're playing them, right? Sorry, rambling. You need something?
I'm looking for Serene. Have you seen her?
Zorin? She's been a little sullen the last couple of days. Something about a letter, I think. I saw her head upstairs earlier. Couldn't tell you if she's still up there or not. Is something wrong?
Maybe. Razamad asked me to check on her.
Maybe? What's that supposed to mean? She's going to play, right? Right? Sense Price. She's not going to play, is she? Damn it! She's worked so hard, we all have. Did someone threaten her? Just give me a name. Let me have them.
I don't know what's troubling her yet. That's why I need to find her.
Think, Bragas, think. She might have been... Yeah, she was definitely talking to some Khajiit lady, and it wasn't that long ago. The cat's probably still here in the gaming hall. Just hurry. We've got some time before our opponents arrive, but not much.
Why do they always pester Renobi? This one already has a drink walker. Tell your friends Renobi is married. Or a celibate, whichever you prefer.
I'm not here to flirt. Were you talking to a woman named Serene earlier?
Sorin? Yes, Sorin is an old friend of Renobi's. This one was just catching up with her, yes? We have not seen each other for a long, long time. This one missed her dearly.
What brings you to Gonfalon Bay?
Well, Renobi heard her old friend made it to the second round of the tribute tournament. A proud moment for this one, truly. Renobi introduced Sorin to the game, you see. So, this one just came to wish her luck and give her a tiny sweet, yes?
A tiny sweet?
A gift, Walker. Just a small reminder of where she came from and what she left behind. This one hopes she found a quiet corner where she could enjoy it. It always did help her game. Now, if there isn't anything else, good luck in the tournament. Sorin probably took her sweet to the docks. If you see her, tell her Renobi has more to offer. If she is interested.
Hey, what are you... Did you come out here to look for me? I'm sorry, I know the tournament starts soon. I just needed a moment. It's complicated. I appreciate your concern, but really, I don't want to drag you into my mess.
Razamad sent me. He's concerned about you.
So now I'm dragging Razamad into this too? Mara's mercy. I got a letter from an old friend. She and I were very close, but I hated the person I was around her. I had to leave elsewhere, to leave her. And now, suddenly, she's back in my life.
What did the letter say?
The usual, little stories, inside jokes. They tore down our favorite tavern, apparently. Our favorite from back when I was using, I mean. It all came flooding back. Everything I tried to escape. It's like I'm right back where I started.
And now she's here?
Yeah, she's here. And she came bearing gifts. Skooma. After all this time, you'd think I could just say no. But I plucked it right out of her hand. No hesitation. I told myself I would bring it down here and pour it out in the harbor. But now...
You want to use again?
I never stopped wanting it. Even now, talking to you, knowing what I know about what this does to people, I still want a taste. I just need a moment to think. Thanks for checking on me. Can't say for sure, but I think you just saved my life. Go ahead back to the gaming hall and let Bragas know I'm coming. This old life, I'm done with it.
There you are. Zen's price. I thought I was going to be the only one out here. Our opponents will be here in...
Greetings, walkers. Oh, Renobi thought there would be more of you. Oh, shame. Well, the games must go on, yes? This one, Renobi, Adjutant Game Baron of the Elden Root chapter, hereby challenge the Gunfalon Bay players in this intermediate tournament. Oh, sweet meat. You look like the scent you swallowed the terror bird. Are you so surprised to see Renobi? Surely you would not blame this one for her good fortune. A dear friend and a tournament in the same place? It is so convenient.
You're the intermediate leader?
Renobi has her claws in many sugar jars. Can a businesswoman not enjoy herself from time to time? And business can be pleasure also, yes? Many tribute players want what Renobi sells. Skooma makes us sharper, sleeker. You should try it someday.
So, you tried to sabotage our team by getting Serene hooked again?
Sabotage? Do you think this game means so much to Renobi? No, Walker. This one misses her friend. Serene is wasted in this dungy place. She belongs with Renobi. She only needs reminding, yes? But Zisvo, so serious. We have a game to play, yes?
Yes, we do, and we intend to win.
Of course. Though it will be difficult with only you and your little acorn elf, yes? Lentondil will face you at Skywatch Market in Oridon, then Malilen in the city of Marbrook in Greenshade. This one lounges in Elden Root. See you soon, sweet meat.
Always playing the same tricks, aren't you, Renobi?
Oh, Sorin, what a surprise. How did you enjoy this one's gift? Smooth and fragrant, yes?
I wouldn't know. You'll have to ask the fish at the bottom of the harbor.
That can't be good for them.
I suggest you get ready for the tournament, Renobi. We'll be seeing you soon.
I'm realizing, there are things I've gotten from this that can't be good for them. And shut up! Just shut up! Okay, so... View the challenge board to view opponents. She just told me, but you can optionally look at the board. So, yeah. Basically, she just told us. So I'll go to the Skywatch Market. Alright, I've thankfully got a house here. I did do a bit of work with my other character.
I will stay close to you, Tamit. I do not wish to lose my way.
I did run the Infinite Archive a few times and got one piece of the Hermaeus Mora deck, so I need one more. Got 4 out of 5. I expect that'll be another year, and I did the last piece of the Amalexia deck. So I now have the Amalexia deck, which I'm never going to use unless someone else makes me.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I was beginning to worry you wouldn't show. Not that anyone could blame you. Are you ready to begin?
Okay, so this one gives an extra power per turn, I believe. Yeah, an extra coin. So you can't ever really let someone else keep it. You have to get it yourself. We'll be fighting over this. Okay. So I hate doing it, but otherwise they get way too much money. So we'll be arguing over who has control over this for the rest of the game. Well, it's an NPC. Who knows what they're gonna do? Orgnum is interesting. Yep, we're gonna be arguing over it. Orgnum is interesting. You gain power for each card that you have. And weirdly, I will be destroying cards, so I won't be getting much power. But it can be a very powerful strategy if you, I mean, even against like something like Rajian where your opponent is giving you crap cards. It's still a card you can use to. So I'm going to be going and getting extra Orgnum. If they're using that deck and they're using Ansei, I'm kind of forced to do the same. My guys are mostly backups to use when I need to destroy cards. Now I need to get as many cards as possible. Okay, these are temporary cards. But I don't have much otherwise. Those give me prestige. I'm gonna try to get favor from Orgnum and build on that. I've got a little bit of a boost to my prestige. I'm at 15, they're at 10. With a few of these cards. So let's see, if I pay 3 coin, I don't really get much prestige, but I get another card, and that will be built upon. So the longer I can keep the favor of this patron, the better. Yeah, we're gonna argue over. We're gonna keep arguing over patrons, but I'm gonna keep Ansei. Okay. I just need to stay ahead of them. And they're gonna have to play catch up. They're going to make sure I do not keep that favor. I was lucky I got a couple of blue cards. Alright, we're good. That should be a win. NPCs do not tend to upgrade their cards, so you see we're at the end game now, and really all they've got is coin, no power, so they're fairly easy to beat. Okay. That's our Tales of Tribute for today.
A very diverting game, Tamit. I will keep to myself.
Somebody call the guard so I can see what happens.
Okay. Now we're just gonna... We've pretty much started things... Oh, I need to start Mage's Guild. I believe... Let me make sure I have an experience scroll. Some food. Okay, so food will give you, you just saw my bars expand. Food will give you more of a health pool. Drinks will give you more regen. Okay, if I'm right, you can, let me just double check. I think you can start the Mage's Guild quest from the Crown Store, but let me check. So, these are all prologues for different... Okay, so these are for different areas. Prologues for different areas. Events. Those who would rule. This is the night market. It's a limited event. I'm not sure I'm doing it. Okay. I believe, if I am correct about my memory here, you begin the Mage's Guild quest in Wayrest. Which is in Stormhaven, I think. Okay, I'm gonna travel to one of my homes, and we're gonna run to where I believe the Mage's Guild is. It's been a while. They're parallel.
I think
They're parallel
I read about
advancements.
this place
But
in a
I
book
can
from my time. It is quite different from what I recall.
give abilities
Perhaps I
to
misremember.
Zarethar.
Pay me no mind.
So I also went and respect, because I took everything out of crafting, because I noticed that when you buy something that is subclassed, it costs 2 points. It's very expensive.
I'm spent.
Okay, let's see where the Mage's Guild is. That, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try going to the Mage's Guild. I may be mistaken. I'll look it up if so, but I'm pretty sure this is where you start it, and if not, I'll look it up. So again, for each faction, it will have a different place to start. This is where I believe, and if it's not here, I'm gonna head to Daggerfall. I might be able to pick it up there. Ah, Portal to Sunamir. Okay. Okay. Any quest givers in here, guys? No. Alright. Then Glenumbra. I'll start. We need to do some Glenumbra content anyway. So I'm gonna start here and just start picking the local quests up. So I won't be able to put many points into Fighters Guild or Mage Guild, but it's a good thing. These are, I mean, really long quest lines, so it's something that's good to do a little bit at a time. I really don't like doing one quest for 2 days straight. So since this is the zone I'm going to be starting in after Stros Makai, I'm just going to start picking up quests and reading books.
What do you want, ugly?
Call me ugly again and you'll have a fight on your hands.
Ha! Is that right? Well then, sounds to me like you could be one of the Undaunted.
Okay, Undaunted is a quest line for completing dungeons, really. The Undaunted, what's that?
A league of like-minded adventurers. Every one of us eager for riches and glory. Sound like anyone you know? So, what do you say? Think you can be one of the Undaunted?
Yes, I want to be one of the Undaunted.
Are you sure? You'll have to fight the largest, meanest monsters in Tamriel. It's not for the weak of heart.
I'm not afraid.
Then welcome. I think you'll fit right in. Once you prove yourself, of course. All you have to do is find a cave named Spindleclutch. The one full of bloodthirsty spiders. If you can handle that, return to me here, and we'll make it official.
Okay, so those are dungeons. I really can't think of a good way where I can do dungeon content without it being completely disorienting, loud, and insane. It's not, as you saw the one that I went into, you don't even have time to talk to quest givers. So I might do some of that offline.
Master Merrick, where are you? Honor and faith, traveler. I could use your assistance. The Fighters Guild is under assault. Already 4 guild halls have fallen, and now Master Merrick, leader of the guild, has disappeared. It pains me to admit it, but I need help.
Who's attacking the Fighters Guild?
So far, distinctive clues elude us, and no one has claimed credit for the attacks. At this rate, they could destroy the guild before we learn anything. It's the biggest crisis since the plane meld, but without Merrick, I'm not sure how to proceed.
You said Guildmaster Merrick has disappeared?
Yes, Merrick was supposed to meet me here, but he never arrived. While most of the guild secures the remaining guild halls, I could use some outside help to track down our guildmaster. Then together we can stop these attacks. Can I hire you, Wayfarer?
I'm in. Let's find Merrick and stop the attacks on the Fighters Guild.
I've received conflicting reports from trusted guild scouts. Merrick has supposedly been sighted in Malabal Tor, northern Alakir Desert, and East March. Obviously, he can't be everywhere. Choose a location to investigate and meet the scout there.
Okay. I'm ready to go look for Guildmaster Merrick.
Merrick is many things, but Mage is not one of them. I trust the scouts, but he could not be in 3 distant places at the same time. I need you to make your best guess. Pick a location and see if you can find our missing guildmaster.
It's obvious you're worried about Merrick. I'll do whatever I can to help you find him.
I appreciate that. With Merrick missing, I need to coordinate the defense of the guild halls, analyze scouting reports, and try to learn more about our attackers. Just know the compensation we offer is fair and equitable. Your aid will be rewarded.
What did the reports from Malabtor say?
A guild scout talked to hunters who said they spotted Merrick near Volkwaston. That area contains many nooks and crannies among the rocks to hide in, and Daedra roamed the vicinity as well. Do you think Merrick could be searching there?
Tell me about the report from the Alakir Desert.
Both Merrick and I know the desert well, but I have no idea why he would go there. Still, a guild scout claims to have spotted him in Sentinel's outskirts. If you decide this is the spot, I suggest you search for him among the cliffs there.
Describe the reports from East March.
A guild scout says Merrick was spotted outside Windhelm, a place of snow and ice, and Merrick hates the cold. Still, if some clue pointed here, he wouldn't let a little weather stop him. Do you think Merrick searches for our enemy in East March? Both Merrick and I know the desert well,
Okay, so
but
I'm
I
gonna
have
go
no
search
idea
in
why he would go
Alakir Desert.
there. Weemy is a fast and faithful mount. She can get you to the location quickly. I'll send word to the guild scout. They'll meet you and help you search for Merrick. Then they can get word back to me while I follow up with the other reports. Good luck. Take my horse, Weemy. She'll get you to the site quickly. I'll send word so the scout meets you there.
Okay, so that was a prologue quest. It isn't the actual Fighters Guild quest. Okay, Mage's Guild.
But if I formed the lattice
We have much to
clockwise...
discuss, you and I.
Oh, no, that would cause an enormous explosion. Welcome to the Mages Guild. Is there something I can help you with?
I'd like to know more about the guild.
Oh, good. We're always on the lookout for new members. We're lore keepers across the face of Tamriel. Guild members seek out books, tomes, and ancient scrolls in their travels. Perhaps you'd like to join.
Let's talk about the Mage's Guild.
Always a pleasure to speak with another knowledge seeker. Guildmaster Vanus will be pleased.
What can you tell me about the Mage's Guild?
We're book hunters, of a sort. We seek out new information, capture it in our libraries, and make copies for distribution across Tamriel. The Guild doesn't care about battlefields or boundaries, just knowledge and the acquisition of new tomes.
What do I get in return?
We provide training in unique spells and abilities only available to members. And from time to time, projects crop up for those with an adventuresome spirit. You may end up working with the Guildmaster himself.
You mentioned a guildmaster?
Vanus Galarian, one of the founding members of this august body, still holds the proud title of Guildmaster, overseeing every guild hall in Tamriel. He works with other ranking members such as Tellinger the Artificer to ensure our future success.
You're not affiliated with the Daggerfall Covenant?
We're neutral in the war between the three alliances. While many of us in Daggerfall follow the Lion Banner, when we're on guild business, we kneel to no king or queen. That's why you'll see members of every race in our halls.
I'm ready to join the Mage's Guild.
Excellent! Allow me to welcome you as a student of the guild. I suggest you begin by talking to Velast, our mistress of Incunabula. She's at the back of the hall and often has tasks for new recruits. Good luck.
Okay. So... Huh, cool. Mage's Guild citation. Okay.
Quality and variety. Come see for yourself.
Oh, it's giving my... Yeah, it's giving me my crafting rewards. House Ravenwatch contract. To any able and willing adventurers. House Ravenswatch seeks brave adventurers to investigate a possible threat invading our lands. We need assistance to look into the resurgence of the Grey Host. If you want to combat this threat, or simply earn a handsome reward, find Gwendis, agent of the Ravenswatch, outside Evermore in Bangorai. Subtropical Cyrodiil is speculation. By Lady Cinnabar of Tanith. According to the Heartland of Cyrodiil, by that old fraud, Frastus of Elenir, the Nibinese Valley and the Colovian Hills have always enjoyed the temperate climate they have today, and early references to Cyrodiil as a subtropical jungle were merely errors on the part of one of the Heimskers. Really? What, then, of the waving fronds of Vatean mentioned in the House Lays? What of Kosi's dense jungled shores of Rumer in the Tamrelian Tractates? Are these as well the mistakes of errant copyists? No, I think it's more likely that 3 millennia ago, Cyrodiil's climate was warmer and wetter than it is today. The environment of the Heartland has changed. What begs the question, how? I've given a great deal of thought to this question. I would like to propose a hypothesis. However, I am not a scholar of deep mytho-history like Vanis Galarian or Bertolarmo the Signifier, so let's just call the following speculation. Tamriel is the center of Nirn, Cyrodiil is the center of Tamriel, and at the center of Cyrodiil stands the greatest of mortal-made structures, the white gold tower of the Imperial City, which was patterned in open emulation of the Adamantine or Direni Tower, the oldest structure in Tamriel, said to have been erected by the Aedra themselves. This was no mere homage, whim, or coincidence. White gold was built in the semblance of adamantine in order to echo the first tower's undeniable mystical properties, and not just to echo them, but, due to its central location, to amplify them. What are these mystical properties? This leads us to the domain of tower lore, a realm fraught with scholarly conflict, but I will try to give a simple and uncontroversial summary. When the Aedra were persuaded, or hoodwinked, by Lorkhan into creation of Mundus, the physical flesh of Nirn was hung on a skeleton of joints, each of which radiated a palpable reality, the bones of the world, as it were. At one of these mystical joint points, the Aedra erected a great structure, the Adamantine Tower, where they held a conclave to decide the fate of Lorkhan and the Mundus. In later times, mortal mages discovered the tower and deduced its reality-affirming properties. The Merethic elves then imitated it, erecting the white gold and crystal towers at other joint points. In doing this, what did the Ur-elves hope to achieve? I would posit that through their collective possession of such towers in their realms, over time, the elves actually amended their local reality to conform to their desires. Thus, the Somerset Archipelago in the sphere of the Crystal Tower, its warm and paradisical domain perfectly adapted to the Altmer, and Cyrodiil, in the sphere of the even more powerful White Gold Tower, became a warm and subtropical jungle, which suited the ease-loving Aelids. But then the slaves of the Heartland High Elves rose up against their masters, conquered the valley of the Nibene, and the Aelids ruled no more. Thereafter, White Gold Tower was the center of human empires, peopled by Neds and Cyronords, who originated in cooler northern climes, and so the Tower of Cyrodiil responded to the desires of its new masters. And that, I believe, is the answer to how the Heartland changed from subtropical to temperate, because once men ruled in Cyrodiil, the local reality changed to meet their needs and wishes. Changed slowly, perhaps, almost imperceptibly, but inexorably, until Cyrodiil became the realm of temperate forests and fields we now know. So, is that the truth of the matter? Have I deduced the answer to the mystery? I cannot be sure. I'm only a humble scholar, residing in the tower of the Fifth Doctrine, which is neither white gold nor adamantine. The only thing I'm quite sure of is that any theory proposed by Frastus of Elenir is almost certain to be wrong. Ah, focus script. So this is a spell crafting item. Just lying about.
Brushed by Noctra's wings.
Stun. Very helpful. Okay, light armor. Starting to need upgrades, so I'm going to start upgrading from training to better stuff. Use the riding lessons I got. Okay. Good haul. Alright, so you see there are a bunch of quests in here, and already my quest log has 12 out of 25. It's already halfway full. So I'm gonna grab what I can in here, but I might need
yes,
to abandon
that's just in
some
line
of
with the third law of arcanodynamics. Excellent. Well met, Adept. I believe I may have a task for you.
What can I do for you?
New members are the lifeblood of the Mage's Guild, especially for retrieval missions. I've received word about a possible store of ancient knowledge in a ruin nearby. I'd like you to retrieve it for me.
Where is this?
Along the coast to the north lies the Ayleid ruin known as Silum. If you please, investigate the ruin and bring back any interesting books you can find.
I'll return as soon as I can.
The ruins of Silum are a dark and dangerous place. Tread carefully, Adept.
What is your role in the Mages Guild?
I am the master of Incunabula, the keeper of tomes. I've come here to inspect the local Arcaneum, the guild's library. I've dedicated my life to expanding our guild's knowledge. Standards must be kept.
How did you learn about these books?
We have ears everywhere, Adept. An intelligence report fell into my hands that mentioned these tomes.
I thought the guild was neutral in the war.
We are neutral in the war for Cyrodiil, and proud of it. That doesn't mean we don't take an interest when the Ring of Daggers notices something.
Ring of Daggers?
The intelligence arm of the Daggerfall Covenant. They enforce economic and political issues for King Emmerich. My understanding is that the leader, a woman named Copper, got the position when she called in some kind of marker from His Majesty.
What's in these books?
I don't know. It's always a delicious mystery cracking open a book for the first time. They could be anything from ancient recipes for stew to high arcana, even racy journals penned by elven poets.
Okay, so King Emmerich is voiced by Bill Nighy, I believe. So the three leaders, Scald King, Queen Ayren, who's Kate Beckinsale. And so those are the three leaders. So Daggerfall Covenant is King Emmerich. Okay. The Onus of the Ogma. Oh, it's by Frastus of Elenir. Go figure. Being a primer for the young student on a mortal's obligation to record his or her life story, presented in the form of quotations from the classics. All Tamrielics recognize the duty to memorialize the events of our lives, a duty placed upon us by the divines at the beginning of time. The most ancient reference we have to this journaling onus comes from the Aldmeriad, the great origin saga of the elves, which quotes the god Xarxes, scribe to Oriel. As ye are true children of the Et Ada, thou shalt honor us by honoring thy own lives, for in each of you is housed the divine spark, and thus the record of thy actions is a sacred duty. Keep therefore each and every one of you an Ogma, an ever-scriven scroll, which shall memorialize thy brief lives. Thus, in at least this way, shall thy spark be immortal. In the late Merethic, the Nord culture hero Ysgramor developed a runic alphabet based on elvish principles, which enabled the written transcription of Atmoran speech. Ysgramor's first work in this new form of writing was a chronicle of his own life and its events, making Ysgramor the first human historian. Here's a quotation from the great hero himself, as recorded in Songs of the Return, Volume 1. Then, though I did feel a great ire against the perfidious elves, and desired nothing more than to hie me hence to Daggerfall, oh boy, Daggerfall, and take ship back to Tamriel, where I could try the edge of Wuthrad against the all too many necks. Yet I had beheld during my captivity that the wily elves possessed much learning and knowledge, though they put it to ends both vile and dishonorable. And I bethought that to defeat the elves and scour them from the land, it would be well if men also did wield such wisdoms. Therefore I strong Lord Launchet with the woeful bowstring, and sought the marshes of the east, where dwelt Feldrosta, the great snow goose, and I slew her with a hawk-fletched dart, and plucked of her a great quill, which I used to write down my speech, as I had seen the elves do, and I vowed that henceforth all men shall record their ideas and thoughts, just as Shor carved a record of his victory over Snega into the side of Shivering Glacier, and in this way would the best ways of killing elves be preserved. This obligation was ratified again in the time of Saint Alessia and the founding of the Empire of Cyrodiil. The demigod Morehouse, the first breath of man, himself kept a chronicle that has come down to us as the Adabal-Ah. One of its first precepts is on the recording of all that haps. Then Morehouse snorted and Morehouse is a bull. Then Morehouse snorted and spake fiercely against the non-scriptionists, saying, "Are then the deeds of the Parvan to be forgotten by the men of hence-yore? Or the crimes of the Salish to be erased so that the 7 pretexts for mayhem shall seem all unjustified? Nay, by Akatosh, nay, by the Dragon of Duration, who gave us time so that events could unfold in their sequence, and thus be recalled as they happened. Never shall your ilk prevent our people from recording their tales, as did the overweening Salih in the late torment epoch. And he did smite their heads from the shoulders, and their gore fell as words on the stones, recording their several demises. So, students, do not groan and complain of the burden, carping and carrying where your parents and teachers... carping and cavilling when your parents and teachers ask if you've written today in your journal, because to do so is a right for which your ancestors paid in blood.
Finally! I was beginning to think you'd never show up here.
Okay, Vanis Galarian has been in books, so we're meeting a hero that you read about in Skyrim, and also Morrowind and Oblivion.
Glad to see that my calculations and speculations proved correct. I assumed you'd eventually show up here, and as usual, the great Mage was right. Now, come closer. We have much to discuss, you and I.
What do you want to talk to me about?
I recently received a message that was apparently meant for you, from an oracle. It came to me in a most unsettling manner. Anyway, I determined the chances of meeting you here, and there you are. Saves me the trouble of crafting a message stone.
Tell me about this message.
Well, I was about to portal to Alinor for a proper meal. But since you're here now, we might as well discuss that message. It came from Mariv, an oracle of the weird. I usually avoid soothsayers, but Mariv possesses a genuine talent.
And this oracle mentioned me by name?
Down to the last syllable. Her predictions are open to interpretation, but her words made me uneasy. A web of trouble. The island that went away. 3 dark princes, and your name. After that, she stopped responding to my projections.
What does all of that mean?
It means you need to find the Oracle and make sure she's all right. I enchanted a small boat to take you to an isolated part of Glenumbra, near her last known location. And take this medallion of summoning. Use it to call upon me if the need arises.
I'll go and check on Oracle Mareve.
As it so happens, the great mage knows a great deal about a great many things. What else can I tell you before you go?
Why did the Oracle's message make you uneasy?
Uneasy? I don't believe that's the word I used. Nevertheless, her prophetic verses tend to be loquacious and hauntingly beautiful. This one was terse. It mentioned trouble of some sort, a vanishing island and dark princes, probably Daedra.
So what do those things mean?
Well, trouble could mean almost anything, though nothing good. The island could refer to Artaeum, the home of the Psijic Order. It disappeared more than 300 years ago. And I have heard rumors about some sort of Daedric alliance.
Why did she specifically mention me?
You'll have to take that up with the Oracle. I suppose you figured into her vision, or whatever it is that spawns her prognostications. If this message came from anyone else, I'd say it was some sort of ruse. Mareve, however, is the genuine article.
Tell me more about Oracle Mareve.
Oracle Mareve belongs to the Weird, a sisterhood of witches that revere the natural world. Mareve started receiving visions at a young age. Over the years, she has provided the Mages Guild and the Psijic Order with warnings we could act upon.
What kind of warnings?
The usual sorts of dire predictions. Most recently, Mareve foresaw the deaths of Kings Fulbert and Tamlian. She has an unusual knack, an ability to see into other realms as well as into possible futures. Makes her useful to the Psijic Order.
If you think the Oracle is in danger, why didn't you bring her here?
Believe me, I tried. Mareve has always been a loner, even more so than her fellow Wirises. She said she had more to do and that you would come to save her. So get to it! Go save the Oracle! Then get her to tell you more about her vision.
What does an enchanted boat do exactly?
Surely you can puzzle that one out on your own. It will take you exactly where I told it to go. But the magic isn't permanent. Best get a move on. You don't want to be on that tiny boat in the middle of the ocean when the spell wears off.
Alright, give me the enchanted boat and I'll be off.
Give you the... What? Do you think I have a boat in my pocket? That it folds up and fits in your backpack? Ridiculous! It's nearby on the docks. I'll mark the location on your map.
And what do I do with the medallion of summoning again?
I did get the name the Oracle provided me with right, didn't I? I've magicked the medallion so that you can use it to call me to your location, provided the need is great and I'm not otherwise occupied. Be sure to save it for a special occasion.
Okay, so... it's another prologue quest. So, Venice Galarian, there are books about him, and essentially he was born a peasant. His father was executed for teaching him to read and having books in a very oppressive place. He was taken in by the Psijics, who trained him, but as he got older, he decided that magic should be more of and with the people, so he established the Mages Guild. Okay, so they do overload you, so I can't just come in and get Mages Guild quests. They've got a bunch of stuff that is relatively unrelated. Okay. The reality of spirits. Valeria Ko, scholar of intriguing mysteries of unusual origins. Our world is strange, but it's also fascinating. Some people conjure fire from their fingertips, others lift large objects using just the power of their minds. It is so far-fetched to think that people infused with magicka in life could not find a way to step through the barriers of death, that they could sustain their essences and remain capable of communicating with those of us still possessed of life's sweet kiss. Yet my studies indicate that as life fades from our bodies upon death, so too should the magica depart with our last breath. But we know spirits exist. I have personally encountered more than one haunting stare through the course of my research. I've seen desperate, ghostly eyes full of fear and longing for help. It's almost as if some memory of life still lingered in the spirit form. What if we could communicate with these spirits? What if we could call them to us to ask them why they still haunt a house, a gravesite, or a battlefield? I believe I might have found a way to speak to those who've passed on. Perhaps we can finally learn if the dead are truly dead. I intend to learn these secrets. I intend to speak to a spirit and discover what the spirit truly is. Watch for my next book on the subject, Life After Death, Incredible Secrets Revealed.
Prices have never been better.
Okay, there might be a book here later. Right now, I'm not seeing one. Alright. We are in right here. Okay. Yeah, Forgotten Tome is going to happen later. Okay, so we've picked up what we can pick up in here, and as you say, yeah, 14 at 25 quests. Okay, so for now, that's a good intro to the Mage's Guild. So yeah, Guild just showed up. Long Lost Lore. I need to do this for the Mage's Guild. Okay. So we'll pick up the Fighters Guild later. I don't want to add another 20 quests. Okay, so I'm gonna do one of the Glenumbra. Advance the main quest. Now, I'm going to pick up a bunch of these intro quests, even if I'm not doing them, because otherwise I'm going to continue running around this town going, ooh, what's that? And then it's the same thing. Okay, there's still a quest in there? One of them is PvP. I'm going to let it hang out in my journal, because otherwise, every time I go to town, I end up picking it up again. For glory... Calling all adventurers, sellswords and spellslingers, heroes and narrow-do-wells, if you long for greater challenges, try your might at the battlegrounds, where games of glory and gore await you. We seek the greatest champions of the land for our contests of strategy and skill. Speak with Battlemaster Rivin for more information. Okay. Here is Battlemaster Rivin.
Welcome! You stand amidst the Circle of Champions, a guild formed to test the greatest fighters of the realm in games of skill. Do you have what it takes?
I'm interested.
Well then, let's see what you're made of. Participate in one of our games at any of our battlegrounds. Win or lose, doesn't matter. Just get your feet wet. I can offer you a greater challenge after you've learned the ropes.
Okay, so that's a quest to do an arena. I have done a ton of PvP. It's good experience. There's a daily forward each day. But there isn't much lore, there isn't much narrative, and I'm not really going to be exploring it. What a Pig Needs by Swineherd Francois Wigton. Being a swineherd is much harder than you think. Being a good swineherd is even harder. There are many things that a pig needs, and it's the duty of the swineherd to give to see to them all. A pig needs mud to wallow in, dry hay to sleep in, and clean water to drink and bathe in. A pig needs slop to eat. Slop can consist of almost any food scraps, but a pig prefers corn cobs, fruit, vegetables, mushrooms, and wheat. But most of all, a pig needs love. Love your pigs, and they'll serve you well.
I've got what you need.
Thieves! Daggerfall is full of them. They steal anything that's not nailed down. They even stole my livestock.
You were robbed?
This was no simple robbery. It was grand larceny, and I know who did it. The Font stole my glutton. He's been itching to put my prized pig on his menu, serve him up in a stew at his wretched inn. Glutton's missing, and I just know LaFont took him.
Have you reported this to the Watch?
They said to take it up with the magistrate, but that takes too long. Poor Glutton doesn't have that much time. I need someone to rescue him before he becomes a ham sandwich.
I can find your pig. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna actually take Wimmy and start the quest somewhere else and then come back so I don't keep coming back to this horse. It'll take me to the Alakir, I'll advance it to the next spot, and then I just want to clear all quest markers from my general area. Okay. Alright, so the scout's here. I'm going back to Blenumbra. You'd think a game with thousands of quests would give you more than 25 slots, but they don't.
Fewer people staring at me than I anticipated. What a strange time you live in.
So, let me see what's in... Still a quest in the tavern. Oh, I wonder if it's Glutton. Gregoire Lafont.
Welcome to the Rosy Lion, friend. Have a seat, and I'll pour you a mug of something strong.
I'm gonna buy recipes first. Oh, they don't have anything. He's not a chef.
Welcome to the Rosy Lion, friend. Have a seat, and I'll pour you a mug of something strong.
Swineherd Wickton said you might be able to help me.
Did he say I stole his damn hog again? I didn't. Not this time, not last time, not ever. Do you see a pig on a spit in here? Most likely Glutton broke out and started rooting in the alleys again.
Does Glutton get into the alleys often?
Every time the pig escapes, Wickton accuses me of thievery. Every time! Ugh, what a nuisance. Look, check the alleys in the northeast section of the city. The sooner that pig's found, the sooner Wickton will shut up and leave me in peace.
I'll go take a look.
Go on. I'm sure you'll find that hog of a pig rooting around in the northeast alleys.
Okay, so there aren't... I'm not going to be doing crafting for a while, so I'm not going to be buying many more recipes, and there isn't much point in me doing lower level crafting because I would have to do a ton of gathering, and I'm not going to. So I'm probably just going to get some passive experience from breaking things down. Okay. It says they're in here, but I was just in here. That's weird. Alright, where is that quest coming from? I'm gonna have to ignore that for now. Alright. We're here. Let's go get the pig. That's bizarre. Okay. Let's go get the pig. Come on, baby. Pig devours a huge chunk of the strange, thorny vine. What have you gotten into now, honey? Pig squints up at you before returning to its feast. It devours the tender roots with surprising gusto. I see how you got your name.
What are you doing near that vine? Well, you won't live to reveal our secret.
We did what we had to.
Okay.
Master Merrick, where are you?
You found him! You found my wonderful little glutton!
Your pig was in an alley chewing on a strange vine.
I bet Lafont was hiding him there, until he could turn poor Glutton into ribs and chops. But now I've got my prized pig back.
I don't think Lafont had anything to do with it. And I've seen vines like that before.
Lafont's guilty of something, I'm sure of it. But what do I care about strange vines? Talk to Jagersh over by the Mages Guild if you're so interested. He knows his plans. Sold me some herbs one time when a glutton ate something that upset his tummy.
I'll ask Zagosh about the vines. Okay.
Ah, someone new to talk to. Are you here for something specific or just to say hello?
Wickton said you might know something about a strange, thorny vine.
A strange vine? Unusually thick and covered in thorns? In the city? Son of a troll! I've seen such vines to the north. They're connected to the Bloodthorn cult. A clear indication that the cult is corrupting the land. Be wary of those vines. Wherever they appear, the Bloodthorn cult isn't far behind.
I have some questions about these vines.
Well, don't dawdle. Ask your questions. I don't have all day.
Tell me more about the Bloodthorn cult.
They're death mages led by the cursed Reachman Angoff, the Gravesinger. I heard they were causing trouble north of Glenumbra. They must be getting bolder if they're operating in Daggerfall.
Who's Angoff the Gravesinger?
Angoff's a Reachman, one of those magic-cursed savages from the border of Bang-Korai. But he's more than that. He's a necromancer. They call him Gravesinger because he made a deal with the Daedric prince, Molag Bal.
Tell me more about the vines.
Angoff and the Bloodthorn cult use them for some foul purpose. If you see the vines, that usually means the cult is active in the area. The vines spread an evil poison through the soil. It's a hateful substance that kills everything it touches.
Well, that's not good. Okay. So, Blood in the Crescent Moon, the bustling city of Daggerfall holds many mysteries. It appears that I stumbled right into one of them. So the shopping list is given to us by the dog that we followed to a dead body. So we're gonna go ask.
Welcome, friend. You can't get better fruits or vegetables anywhere in Daggerfall. I guarantee it.
I found this list. Do you have 3 blood oranges?
Look, I don't want any trouble. That's a phrase used by the King's intelligence network. It means someone's going to get killed. I don't want to know anything more. Just leave me out of this.
The King's intelligence network?
You know, the eyes and ears of Daggerfall? That's how King Casimir keeps track of what's going on in the city. But you didn't hear about it from me.
I have a few other phrases to ask about.
I said leave me alone. Take your questions and go. I'm not involved in this. This sounds like something that Roy would want to know about.
Who's Roy?
Damn persistent, aren't you? Roy's a friend. I trust him. People I don't know, I don't trust. And I don't know you.
Tell me more about what you do.
I sell the best fruits and vegetables in Daggerfall. Lots of people come by, I talk, and I listen. Then I talk to my friends, like Roy. As for other people, maybe they should decide what they're going to do, now that they know so much.
Flowers for sale. A posy to gain a sweetheart's favor, perhaps?
Not today. I found a body in the water near the mill wheel. He carried this list.
Oh, that's a pity. Well, now this is a mess.
What do you mean?
I'm taking a chance here. Sometimes I hear strange things, like what's on that note. Black roses with thorns. I've heard whispers of dark nature magic. That's just the kind of thing Roy, your dead man, would be interested in.
How did Roy become involved in all this?
With the note? I don't know. That's just what Roy did. He would find out things. Daggerfall has many eyes and ears. After all, information is cheaper than war.
Talk to the tailor. Okay. There's one more close quest marker.
Nobody cares about us poor beggars. Could you help me? I'm next. I know I'm going to be next.
Next for what?
Murder. My friends are already dead, but the Watch doesn't care. What's one less beggar? We're nothing to them. But if someone found the killer...
Where should I start looking?
Start in the Trade District alleys. That's where old Gian was murdered just yesterday. Maybe Lieutenant Dubois will give you a reward if you do his job for him.
I'll do what I can.
Thank you. It's a terrible thing to be poor. You're invisible. No one cares.
I have some questions.
I'll tell you whatever I know.
Tell me more about the killings.
The Watch found old Gian last night. The night before, it was Ragged Ron. When one of us dies, they blame the cold or the plague. But Gian and Ron were cut up something horrible. Now they say it's a wolf.
A wolf?
Can you believe it? A wolf in the city? But that's what the Watch thinks. Who am I to say any different? Still, it feels more like murder than the work of a wild animal to me.
Why would someone kill beggars?
We're everywhere. We're easy prey. Some folks just don't like us. Take your pick. This killer isn't stopping, it's brutal. Sooner or later, it's gonna start killing a better class of citizen. Then the Watch will take action.
Okay, we're gonna talk to the tailor.
Interested in a set of new clothes? Something in silk, perhaps? No one ever leaves my shop empty-handed.
I'm looking for a cloak with a crescent emblem.
I'm afraid those aren't for sale. The crescent moon is the heraldry of the Casimir family, the rulers of Daggerfall.
Why would a dead man write that on a note?
Dead? Rugged fellow had a dog? That's Roy. Well, that was Roy. I'm sorry he's dead, but I'm not surprised. If you figure out what Roy knew and who killed him, I'm sure someone will reward you. It's also a good way to get yourself killed.
Discover the meaning of all the items on the list. Where should I report this?
If a crime has been committed, talk to Captain Arison. It's his job to keep the city safe, so he's as good a choice as any. He's usually by the great stairs behind the Mages Guild. He likes to keep an eye on the approach to the castle.
Were you and Roy good friends?
I guess. I liked Roy. He watched out for the merchants around here, and in exchange, we helped Roy. I listened and let Roy know what people were saying. If we ever told him something important, Roy made sure the right people were informed.
Tell me more about Roy.
Roy was a good man, loyal to Daggerfall. People trusted him. Even that old dog loved him.
Okay, there's a book back here. The Code of Moloch, which is spelled a bunch of different ways. M-A-U-L. Yeah, Moloch, which is an orc thing. Moloch's and Orc food. Mounts of Tamriel. Introduction. Submitted for consideration. Care of the esteemed University of Gwilym and their August Review Board. The works included herein represent the latest in my ongoing series attempting to catalog the cultural contributions of the many and varied peoples of the continent. My treatise, We Are All Earth Bones Under the Skin, is in consideration of the Gwilym Prize, and I hope you find these works stand as worthy corollaries to that body of evidence. Each volume will consider a beast, and not just any beast, but the beasts, large or small, thick or thin, that are utilized as riding mounts. I leave no subject untouched, from the origins of the common horse, to the bizarre bugs of Ardenfell, to the rare constructs left by the dwarves. Appreciate your time and attention, and hope that these volumes are as entertaining to read as they were to compile. May the Father of Equations keep you safe in these trying times. Fadis Falto of Skinbreath. Yup, as an orc. Code of Malak. So, experience from lore books is a good thing. By the Code of Malak, I don't need you to guess how many times I've heard that oath made in some dingy tavern. Again and again, some fellow sellsword with too much fire in him screamed those words at the top of his lungs. I'd be lying if I said the orc strongholds didn't take those words as law. I'd be lying if I said the orc strongholds don't take those words as law. There are few places where experience would tell you that tradition and the old way make for a better fighter, but with the orcs, it seems like staying true to your ancestors is the path to victory. Let me start a few steps back. The orc strongholds have existed as long as the orc race has, at least according to them. Orc strongholds are more than armored camps. They're fortresses. Every man, woman, and child inside the walls is trained from birth to defend them, and their weapons and armor are smithed right there in the stronghold. All the food is hunted down by the orc warriors and brought back to be eaten by the orcs who live there. Orcs follow no law save their own, an unwritten set of rules called the Code of Malak, named after one of their gods, who's sometimes called Malakath. Most of it's pretty simple. Don't steal, don't kill, don't attack people without reason, although there seems to be a big list of exceptions. Orcs in a stronghold don't have jails for their criminals. They have blood price. You either pay enough in goods for your crimes, or you bleed enough that the victim is satisfied. And I don't need to tell you that orcs have a lot of blood. The code also sets up who runs the stronghold. The toughest male is usually the chief. He makes decisions and decides when the Code of Malak has been satisfied. All the women are either the chief's wives or his daughters, with the exception of the wise woman, who handles all spiritual matters and healing needs. Matters of grave dispute are handled with short but violent fights. Those who don't get along with the chief are usually forced out of the stronghold to live among the rest of us. An orc grows up being told to fight for everything. If something's not worth fighting, it's beneath the code. The orcs in a stronghold don't like strangers, used to living on their own like they do. We know about their homes because so many orcs leave their strongholds to become sellswords or soldiers, and a few pints of mead always gets them talking about home. I heard that sometimes, when an orc makes a non-orc a bloodkin, that person is allowed to live in the stronghold as one of the clan. Of course, I've never seen proof that that actually happens. For all of their strange rules and traditions, the Code of Malak does breed a culture of determined warriors, focused in ways that the average sellsword isn't. They don't hesitate to draw weapons and settle matters openly. I think that's the real difference between the stronghold orcs and the city orcs. The law allows you to settle fights through the constable's men, but the Code of Malak demands you settle your problems yourself. That's a fine way of thinking when you're leading a mercenary's life. Bloodthorn cultist. This man's spine was twisted several times before he died. The attacker must have been incredibly strong.
Get out of here. It'll kill you too.
Tell me what's going on.
It's a monster, I tell you. A monster! Prowls the alleys, shreds its victims with claws and fangs. It'll kill anyone that crosses its path. There's a dead man in the south alley, but he's no beggar. He's one of those Bloodthorn cultists.
Tell me more about the monster.
The beast prowls along the river's edge and hunts in the alleys. It doesn't eat what it kills. It just slaughters and leaves the corpses for the rats. It's the curse of Camlorn. I want no part of this evil.
The curse of Camlorn?
Haven't you heard? Everyone's talking about it. The town of Camlorn's been taken over by an army of werewolves. Don't look at me like that. I heard Damien and Fabian talking about it.
It was a monster! It tore out Guillaume's throat and disappeared into the river! It was hideous!
Buying goods at fair prices.
Get your goods here.
Welcome to Daggerfall. Move along.
I have information from Roy. Bloodthorn assassin.
Jones' mercy.
Fool! Your interference will not be tolerated.
Welcome to Daggerfall. Move along.
I have information from Roy.
Roy? Where is he? Why did he send a stranger in his place?
Roy's dead. I found this note on his body.
Dead? Mara's hands. Let me look at that note. It's our code, all right. Someone who uses dark nature magic is planning to assassinate King Casimir. But who's behind this? I need to know more.
I can get more information.
Just don't try to play me for a fool. But with Roy dead, I don't seem to have much of a choice. Talk to Grenna Grakush at the Rosy Lion Inn. If Roy was onto something, she'll know what to do. Betray us and, well, she'll still know what to do.
I'll talk to Grenna. Okay. So... I'm gonna do back alley murders. I'm not gonna do back alley murders. I mean, at least not in this part of the story. I'm going to advance the quest back alley murders, just to be clear.
I've never seen the citizens so agitated. Even the beggars seem nervous these days.
I need to talk to you about the back alley murders. It was a werewolf.
A werewolf killed those beggars? You're certain? Damn. I shouldn't have ignored Matthew when he came to me. Take this as a reward, but say nothing. People are nervous enough as it is. I promise not to dismiss the concerns of the poor again. I learned a hard lesson. I won't turn away anyone who's in trouble again. Not on my watch. Not even a beggar.
Are you willing to discuss the murders?
With you? Yes, of course. But please, keep your voice down. No need to alarm anyone unnecessarily.
What do you know about the curse of Camlorn?
I'd say it were a lot of superstitious nonsense. Except the rumors keep coming. They say that werewolves have overrun Camlorn, north of here. With the way the Lion Guard has been acting, there's certainly something going on up that way.
Have you ever fought a werewolf?
Fight a werewolf? Never had the opportunity, and I hope it stays that way. A werewolf's bite carries the creature's curse. It can turn you into one of them. Or so I've heard it said.
Okay, in the games, you have to be bitten, scratched by a werewolf to become a werewolf, or bitten by a vampire to become a vampire. That won't happen from NPCs in this game. You have to do a bit of work to become a vampire or a werewolf. You have to really pick it. So, my main character, my husband was a vampire. His main character was a vampire, and he bit me, and she doesn't have the heart to become not a vampire, because you can do that too. It's very romantic. Okay, so this quest marker keeps happening, and I keep running around this building. Oh, it's the Fighters Guild? Alright. Let me go into the Fighters Guild.
It's been so long since I was in the field. The sounds of battle. Welcome to the Fighters Guild. You look like the capable sort. Have you come to answer the Guildmaster's challenge?
Challenge?
The Worthy Crusade of the Fighters Guild. Surely you've heard of it. We have a new Guildmaster and a new singular purpose. Why don't we talk about it for a moment?
Sounds good. Let's talk about the Fighters Guild.
Ha! I can tell we'll be drawing blades together soon enough. Now, what can I tell you?
What's this crusade you mentioned?
Our new Guildmaster is an Argonian named Sees All Colors. She has us all hunting down the Daedra and their dark anchors. You might have seen them already. Enormous chains fall from the sky. Plagues of Daedra boil out to lay waste to the countryside.
What do I get in return?
Excellent question. We train our members in special techniques, and the higher-ups are always looking for motivated members to help with special projects. You never know when the council will come looking for more hands.
I'm ready to join the Fighters Guild.
Then let me welcome you as an associate of the Fighters Guild. Get out there and take the fight to the Daedra. You're in luck, too. Sees All Colors herself is here, upstairs. She often has tasks for new recruits. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay. Sees All Colors.
Comrade, we have need of you. Will you fight by our side?
What did you have in mind?
The Guild has accepted an unusual contract. We've agreed to eradicate Daedric anchors when they drop from the sky. Wherever they appear, Molag Bal's minions soon follow.
What would you have me do?
As we speak, 2 of my guardians investigate rumored anchor sites. Merrick and Aleph are the best the Guild has to offer. Meet up with them outside of Daggerfall. You can proceed from there.
I'll see it done.
I know you'll change the river's course, comrade. They're investigating the wilds nearby at Riverdon Falls.
Contract you mentioned, who placed it?
A powerful benefactor. She hates that monsters can ruin the lives of everyday folk. Our benefactor has put gold behind her principles, and so we put our strength behind her cause.
Tell me about those Daedric anchors.
They are the tendrils of Cold Harbor, reaching into Nirn. The minions of Molag Bal erect dark shrines in his honor, landing sites for these horrors. The coin this contract brings is good, and in this time of trouble, we need a focus.
A focus?
Yes, I am new to my role as Guildmaster. The death of my mentor, Yofnir Iceblade, has been hard on the Guild. He was well liked among the rank and file. I hope the river has carried his soul where it wanted to go.
Can you tell me more about Merrick?
He's a proud Redguard warrior, one of our best, and a follower of Stendar. Merrick's full title is Resolute Warhorn. He's sworn to fight the spawn of Oblivion wherever they touch Tamriel.
And Aleph? Who is she?
Proof that the Guild accepts all kinds. A Khajiit. She does as much damage with her wicked tongue as with her curved blade. Taciturn, rude sometimes, but a cunning fighter.
Okay, I'm going to repeat the contract you mentioned. Who placed it?
A powerful benefactor. She
Okay.
hates that monsters can ruin the lives of everyday folk. Our benefactor has put gold behind her principles, and so we put our strength behind her cause.
How is the contract unusual?
The size of the task. Our benefactor has asked we call in every guildmate, from the lowest associate on up. Every member of the Fighters Guild has been tasked with ending this Daedric corruption.
Okay. Alright, so Fighters Guild is a skill line. I'll show you. So now Guild, I've opened up Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, and Undaunted. Now these are not really going to raise up much until you do a lot of quests for them. I'm going to go through the quest series, but essentially, eventually I'm going to need to pick up Fighters Guild and Mages Guild repeat writs to do the rest. Many of the guilds work that way. Like, that's why I ended up like burning out on the Assassin's Guild quest, because every day you have to go out and murder someone. It gets really tedious. Adventurer's Almanac 2nd edition by Scordo the Knife. Welcome back, Scabs. Bet you thought I'd never have enough material to write a second one of these. You'd be wrong, of course, because here we go again. Far be it from me to overlook a chance to educate the next generation of meat puppets lining up to make a few drinks. Vardenfell. This dusty heap of rocks and mushrooms features some prime pickings for the discerning mercenary. If you can get over the orrery, the dark elves can get about their gods. Okay. If you can get over how ornery the dark elves can get about their gods and their dead relatives, you can score some choice jobs. From the fixers in the Hall of Justice in Vivek City, and tell Traylon he still owes me gold for the last card game he cheated his arse off to win. Clockwork City. Look, I'm not saying this place exists, but I know a guy who says it does. And if you can get inside, there's plenty of work to be done that the creepy locals ain't got time to deal with, or consider beneath their interest. You know, I don't care. People look down on us orcs all the time, but are happy to open their pouches when they need someone's head smashed in. Losers. Pit fights. Now we're talking. You hear about those new fighting leagues they opened recently? Love it. Action, bloodshed, beatdowns, and winners take all. Just don't, lose. You'll get pitted against the best, the worst, and the worst of the worst. You ever see a guy just run around in a fighting arena, try to figure out which end of his sword goes in the other jerk? It's a wonder these mooks can get into their armor. I always put my gold on the pit demons, by the by. Easy money, long as there ain't an Argonian on their team. What are you gonna do? Breathe underwater? And we're done. That's all you get from me this time, tusk bait. Maybe next time Uncle Scordo will serenade you with his awesome knowledge and experience once he finds out where the next bunch of jobs happen to be. Just don't horn in on my work if I'm on the same contract. You hear? Stay frosty. Oh yeah, and tusk off, you losers. Pit Demons is one of the faction teams possible in PvP. I've been on that team many times. I've lost quite a lot. Yeah, I have. Adventurer's Almanac. First edition by Squirtle the Knife. If you're like me, or if you want to be like me, which is understandable, you got talent people want. More importantly, talents people will pay for. Demand for people like us is high these days, so I took the trouble of writing down my best leads. Why? I could take all these jobs if I wanted to, and selling these books is a nice little score on the side. If you stole this book, go and pay for it. Unless it's in a lending library, then steal it, and we'll call it square. Moochers. Crafting writs. They don't call me the Knife on account of my forge work, but when I'm in town between jobs it pays to check the notice boards. Grab a writ, hammer out some things, get paid, then find the tavern. Easy money. Guilds. Easiest route to steady work. Join a guild. It's what they're there for. It might seem obvious and stupid to put in my book. Almanacs cover everything. Stupid. If you like solving problems with violence, legally, the Fighters Guild has you covered. Plus, they've got guild halls all over Tamriel. I don't endorse the illegal sort of killing, but I hear the Dark Brotherhood accepts all kinds of murder contracts for hire. Maybe blood isn't your thing, but riches definitely are. I could say, hypothetically, there might be a sort of thieves guild that organizes that sort of sneaky business. Again, Almanac, just being thorough here. Mage's Guild may seem exclusive, but they got needs too. So pay them a visit, even if sorcery isn't your thing. They've got locations in most cities. Now, if you're looking for a big score, and maybe don't got a lot of sense, go get in the good graces of the Undaunted. They've got enclaves in the major capitals and treasure piled higher than the Red Mountain, but they're just itching to give away, provided you're crazy enough to do what they ask you to do in order to earn it. War. The three armies never stop fighting. Throw your lot in with an alliance, get to Cyrodiil in the Imperial City, and reap the spoils. Plenty to go around. For the victors. And don't forget, folks in those war-torn regions need more help than anybody. Whether you want to charge them is your business, but there's always towns out there in need of some help. Regions of interest. Some places have just got more needs for people like us than others. I don't just visit Rothgar because it reminds me of home. Orsinium's got a big demand for tough types to go out and pacify the wilderness, and while I can't say it's conventionally profitable, Craglorn is such a crazy place that half the time stars are falling, and the other, it's raining treasure. Don't forget to check the boards on the way out of town too, at least in the Gold Coast and in Hughes Bane. Bounties and all sorts of other odd jobs find their way into the boards from folks who aren't picky about who solves their problems. The last word. There you go. All the ways I know how to keep busy in this business. I'm not saying you've got to do all this stuff every day, but you could if you wanted to. And don't value sleep. Don't go thinking you can buy this copy and be done with it. Times change, and when they do, Squirtle the Knife's gonna write it down. Save up. Tips welcome. Report missing persons. Sir, we're still getting reports from the locals of people going missing. We've interviewed a few family members, but we've yet to find any common threads. The whole thing feels wrong somehow. I'm aware we don't follow up cases like these without a patron, so I'll leave this matter in your hands. Should one of the nobles of the area vanish, we'll make our investigation a higher priority. Light keep you. Guard, Regina Knight.
There's an urgent task for you.
I've done a pretty good job of picking up a lot of the quests here. There's still a bunch of books, but I'm going to move on now to a main quest.
Good. Hurry!
Daughter of Giants, the Prophet has contacted me across the distance for some important purpose. The Prophet has summoned me to the Harborage. I should go there at once. I don't remember if I can port directly to the Harborage from a way shrine. We'll find out. I think I have to run there though. It's usually not too far from the main city. Okay. Harbor Ridge. Where are you, my friend? Travel to the Harbor Ridge. Okay, I can. You can port directly to the Harbor Ridge. That's cool. Okay. There's a whole bunch of open books here. But keep in mind, this guy's blind, guys. I mean, insensitive.
It is good to see you again, and I do see you in my own way. You're a wound in time, a tear in reality that shouldn't exist and cannot long endure.
Dude, I've been here for a very long time. Why do you speak in riddles, Prophet?
Fate speaks in riddles. Your fate was written in the scrolls long ago. It is entwined with the fate of the 5 companions. I have finally located Lyris Titanborn in Cold Harbor.
Is she safe?
She works a terrible forge under the lash of the great deceiver, Molog Baal. Her soul is in great danger. You must go to her. I can manifest a gate to that dark realm, but you must go quickly.
Open the gate. I'll rescue Lyris.
Tread carefully in Molog Baal's realm. You are important. The scrolls have so named you.
What happened to Lyris after we escaped Cold Harbor?
After Lyris took my place in the Wailing Prison so that we might escape, the Daedra moved her to the Foundry of Woe. It is a place of torment and despair. She toils endlessly making weapons for the enemy.
How do you know this?
The God of Schemes invaded my mind many times during my imprisonment. It was a tortuous experience, but by forcing his way into my mind, he inadvertently opened his own thoughts to me, and thus created a chink in his own armor.
What do you mean?
We are connected, he and I. With concentration, I can see through his eyes. He feels my presence, and it fills him with rage. When you enter the Foundry to recover Lyris, I can keep his attention focused on me. He will be blind to you for a time.
Isn't that dangerous?
It will be a far greater danger for you to enter Cold Harbor without this distraction. It is Molog Baal's realm, and his power there is great. I will endeavor to distract him in this manner whenever you travel there.
You know what? You'd think we could just walk back into that portal, but, you know.
You're alive. Are you really here, or is this another trick?
It's me. The Prophet sent me to find you.
And he's still alive. Thank the gods. But you can't stay. You have to leave before they find you here.
I'm not leaving without you.
You don't understand. They've done something to me. I can't leave.
What do you mean?
It's hard to describe. My memories, my feelings, they've been fragmented, ripped apart. And all the fragmented pieces have been locked away in different parts of the Foundry.
Then we'll retrieve them.
I've tried. The Daedra took everything. My willpower, my courage, my sense of self. I'm an empty shell. And the fragments are reflections of my worst fears and most painful memories. I can't. I don't think I can face them.
We'll face them together. Come on.
I'll do my best. Lead on. These lost souls are barely aware of their humanity. The guards don't even beat them anymore.
Far.
This can't be. It looks like my childhood home in Skyrim. My parents' graves. My mother died in childbirth. My father was distant, cold. I think he blamed me for my mother's death. I ran off to become a mercenary when I was 16. I never saw my father again. He was murdered by an old enemy. Father? Papa? Is that you?
Bleed, you bastard! Die like the monster you are!
You will not last.
Your mind and soul are already ours!
Who are you? Why does Lyris walk with you?
I'm here to help Lyris. Who are you?
In life, I was Gyalda, father to Lyris. My spirit was torn from its rest and brought to this foul place. The Daedra forced me to experience my own murder again and again. I thought my torment would never end.
They're using you to keep Lyris shackled to Cold Harbor.
I don't understand. Lyris was always a free spirit. Why would my presence bind her here?
She blames herself for your death.
Lyris, is this true, child?
You're always so cold. So distant. My mother died giving me life. It was my fault. I should never have been born.
Lyris, look at me. The blood of giants flows through my veins. Your mother was a Nord. I gave her my seed without thought for her safety. That's why she died. Not because of you, child. Because of me.
I thought you blamed me. You couldn't even look at me, Papa.
Do you not see? When I looked at you, I saw her face. I loved her, child. Just as I love you. More than life itself. We cannot change the past, nor should we cling to it. You must not let these feelings haunt you. Let them go. Let me go.
I love you too, Papa. Rest now. Be at peace. He's gone. Come on, let's get out of here. This place is a labyrinth of hopelessness built to compound the misery of those who labor here. Careful. It's my old mercenary camp. Varen was our commander. We were fighting to free the Empire from the yoke of the Longhouse Emperors. I tried to be a good soldier. But the rest of the unit, they treated me like a freak. I think they were afraid of me. They liked to hide my armor so I'd fail inspection. Bastards. In a camp full of people, I never felt so alone.
Did you get all the pieces?
Yeah, I stashed them in the footlockers all around camp. I bet the commander makes her run 50 laps this time.
50? Let's hope the beast gets a lashing.
All right, let's get back to it. Act natural.
Like twin moons!
Wretched North slave, you will rot here.
Did you find something?
I believe this armor belongs to you.
I can't believe it. This armor is who I am. It's what I am. A warrior without her armor is like a bear without claws.
Suit up. I'll wait.
Excellent. I'm ready. Watch your step. All the mining has made these tunnels unstable.
Georgette, it is done.
Abner Thorn, you traitorous bastard. I should have expected to find you here.
Don't be a fool, Titanborn. I'm trying to help you. Your hatred poisons you. Warriors are like steel. When you lose your temper, you lose your worth.
Help me. You betrayed us all, then went back to licking Manny Marco's boot before the smoke cleared.
I did what I had to do. And as a show of my good intentions, I have a gift for you. But be warned, Cold Harbor will not give it up easily.
Is that... Sure, Bones, it is. Vestige, that's my battle axe!
Are a knave and a jig! May your bones serve better.
It's good to have you back. Are you thirsty for Daedric blood, old friend?
Okay, again, it's Abner Thorn, Alfred Molina. Amazing.
My axe. Ah, it feels good to have it back. It's part of me. Losing it was like losing an arm.
Why would Thorn try to help you?
I don't know. I don't trust him and I never will. But it's odd. The blind hatred I felt when I saw him... I could have strangled him with my bare hands. But now... I think he was right. That hatred was poisoning me.
How do you feel now?
Better. Stronger. Almost whole again. Isn't that strange? I feel powerful enough to take on Umaril the Unfeathered himself. I feel... like a warrior again.
What's next?
We're not done yet. We need to keep moving forward. The passage is blocked by a rock slide. But now that I have my axe back, I might be able to break through it.
Let's check it out.
Stand back! No damn pile of pebbles is gonna stop me now. So many Daedric beasties, so little time. We need to keep moving.
unshackle your mind, Tummy. You will not last. My voice, break free!
Did you hear that? That sounded like... No. It couldn't be. What's happened to you? What have they done?
Lyris. Lyris. I can see you. Are you really there?
Sai, it's me. We're seeing some kind of vision of you. Do you know where you are?
I don't know. They're torturing me. They want the Amulet of Kings. Want me to tell them where it's hidden. But I haven't broken. Not yet.
Sai, you need to hold on. We're going to find you. I'll make sure of it. We'll find you. Somehow we'll get you out of there. Sai? Sai! No! Bring him back, you bastards!
Okay, from a little research, the event that we saw in the prologue with him walking us through it, the ritual about the dragon fires that got them all taken prisoner, that was 4 years ago, so they've been tortured for years.
That was no trick. That was Sai Sahan.
Are you gonna be alright?
Sai's a friend. Maybe my best friend. We need to find him and get him out of there.
There must be a way to find out where they're keeping him.
We need to tell the Prophet about this. He'll know what to do. But first, we need to find a way out of here. I don't care what else they throw at us. Nothing's going to keep me from helping Sai.
Let's go.
Something's wrong. All the doubt, the fear, loneliness. It's all coming back. I have to push through this. Let's go. Stendarr, defend us. It's the source of all my fears.
Show me your claws.
Taunting me. Did it! The voices, the whispering. It's gone. This whole time I just kept watching myself from a distance. I felt disconnected. But now, this is the best I've felt in years. Like I've been reborn. And I owe it all to you. Thank you. Let's get out of here. We need to rescue Sai. Then we've got a world to save.
Nearest child. Are you all right?
Yes, Prophet, I'm fine. The vestige freed my mind from the Daedra's control.
Thank the Divines. Your loss would have thrown all into chaos.
They won't take me again. Not alive, at least.
You brought Lyris back, and largely intact from the look of her.
She's been through a lot.
And she will need time to recover. One does not leave such a place unscarred.
We saw a projection of Sai Sahan. He spoke to us.
What did he say? Did Sai tell you where he is being held?
He doesn't know. Menimarco is torturing him. He wants the Amulet of Kings.
Then we must locate him before Menimarco forces him to reveal the amulet's hiding place.
We also saw a projection of Tharn. He tried to help Lyris.
Did he? I thought he had firmly aligned himself with Menimarco and his worm cult. Curiouser and curiouser.
Sai Sahan said that Menimarco wants the Amulet of Kings. Why?
As you saw in my visions, the amulet's misuse ripped a hole in the barrier that protects Tamriel from the forces of oblivion. That damage must be undone, and the amulet is the key. But to find the amulet, we must first locate Sai Sahan.
How can I help?
For now you must leave me to my meditation. I must set my mind to the task of locating Sai Sahan. Until then, embrace the unknowable. The drops of water cannot know themselves to be a river, yet the river flows on.
One last thing. Why did Molagbal leave Lyris any possibility of escape?
Perhaps it was simply arrogance. Perhaps it was all part of his grand scheme. Who can know the logic of a Daedric prince? I will call upon you again when the time is right. Farewell, Vestige.
Okay, so new gear, new jewelry, skill point.
You pulled me from the pits of oblivion. I owe you a debt of honor, small one. And a Titan-born pays her debts.
What was it like in the Foundry?
It's a wretched place. A haunt of cowards, traitors, and lost souls. And Daedra. Their vile spells violated my mind. Forced me to doubt myself, to disobey my own will. They'll pay for that. And pay dearly.
What's our next course of action?
After the Soul Burst, one of the five, Sai Sahan, fled with the Amulet of Kings. According to the Prophet, it's the only object in the world that can repair the tear in the veil between Tamriel and Oblivion.
How can the amulet do that?
I'm no mage. I'm a warrior. I have no knowledge of such things. My skill is with a blade, as Menimarco will discover when I remove his head from his narrow shoulders.
Are you going to be okay?
Yes, I'll be fine. Now. I know it sounds strange, but I knew you would come. I had faith in you. I still do. I hope we can be good friends.
I love her. Okay. So the next quest, the next part of the main quest will happen when I'm out in the world. Okay. Let's do another step in the scribing quest. Ah, I hear a gate. If I remember, it's up over the hill. It's probably honestly going to be gone. Oh no, it's done. Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm probably too far away, but let's see.
son, my child. Ozozuchar, destroy them.
I may not even be able to target the boss. I don't think I hit anything. We'll see. Nope, I would have gotten a spawn right here of a... There's so many people here. So these guys just run back and forth from one of these anchors to the next in this zone. Okay, so we are... Scalarium Way Shrine, which is under the Isle of Evia, right? Okay, it's tough for me to find this place. Okay, yeah. Evia. I remember this being a pain to get to. Okay, I'm gonna have to pay to get there. And then... I mean, I think I can probably afford it, huh? I'm gonna see... Yeah, I don't know if I can get out to Evia or not. No. I'm gonna have to pay to get in here because I haven't discovered Evia, and I won't for a really long time. It's okay. I think I made $1 million in sales today. So, you know, I'm okay.
I've been a knight in the Order for years, Traveler, and I've never heard of anything like this. A lost art of shaping magic, an ancient library, and these luminaries. This is incredible.
The crow seems to think I can learn more about scribing from the luminaries.
Hopefully you'll learn exactly what a luminary is while you're at it. I'm lucky you were here, Traveler. My magic is so specialized. With that altar, who knows what else you'll learn to do? What sort of spells and skills you'll create.
What do we do next?
Well, I need to report in. Tell the head of my order what's happened and get guidance from the Archmagister. If you're asking my advice, why not stay here? Talk more with the crow and see if you can start to walk this path she mentioned.
This turned out to be quite the patrol, Nalia.
A patrol to last a lifetime. I brought you in to help with an unstable portal, and look at everything we've done. Explored an ancient library, met a talking crow, and apparently revived an ancient form of magic. Can't wait to see what happens next. I have no idea how I'm going to explain this to the head of my order. This will be a long and entertaining conversation. In the meantime, you have a feathered scholar to speak with.
I do. What are you hoping to get from the Mages Guild?
You passed some of my trusted associates when we entered Sunamir. I want them tasked to investigate and catalog what we find. In the meantime, you're our resident expert on scribing. You need to learn everything you can.
There seems to be a good deal still to discover.
You couldn't be more right. What are the luminaries? How do they relate to this lost art of scribing? We have more questions than answers. Luckily, we also have you. Give the crow my regards, traveler.
I'll go speak with the crow. Good luck, Nalia.
I'm a touch nervous to bring this to the Votary Commander and Archmage Galerion. This is going to come as quite a surprise. And those two hate surprises. I'll be fine. Probably.
Before you go, can I ask you a few questions?
Of course. We really jumped into the boggy end of the swamp together, didn't we? Answering a few questions is the least I can do for the world's foremost expert on scribing.
Okay, she said the portal to Sunamir, which is something I saw outside the Mage Guild too. I can probably get port directly here from the Mages Guild if I need to. Who are the associates you want to bring back?
My plan is to bring in Ernard, who opened the portal for you, as well as Laren and Julian. You passed them back in Sunamir. And Chronicler Ferandil. He'll be invaluable here and can keep the other three in line.
Why that group?
Votary Laren and I have gotten each other out of more scrapes than I can count. Julian is sour as a plum, but she's one of the smartest people I know. And Ernard doesn't look like much, but he cuts through guild politics like a spell-forged blade.
And Chronicler Ferandil?
Ferandil is... well, he's not much fun at parties. But put him in front of a stack of moldy old tomes and he'll have them organized, catalogued, and analyzed faster than you can say Eye of Magnus 3 times fast.
Can you tell me more about yourself?
Oh, me? Not much to tell, really. I grew up in a guild family. My mother was an adept, and my father was a researcher back in Eldenroot. I started off sort of following in the family business, but most magic just kind of eludes me.
That's why you became a knight in the Order of the Lamp?
Yeah. Swords always made more sense to me than spells. Portals and I get along great, something about how they come together. Like a good riddle. But most magic and I just don't get along. Much to my father's chagrin.
Can you tell me more about your order?
Each knight takes a solemn vow to protect the Mages Guild, its members, and its goals. When we're available, we also go in first to deal with situations like this, trying to assess the unknown before letting the adepts get their hands dirty.
Why wouldn't you be available?
There aren't many votaries in the Order right now. Part of why I joined up. I tried the adept's life before that. Being a lamp knight suits me better. Even if I still get called on for my portal magic just as much as before.
We'll speak again when you return. Okay, the Wing of the Indrik. So this place has multiple levels and some of the books won't be available until later. I'll try to grab one book each time I'm here. But right now, I don't, even though there are a couple listed as if they were here, I don't see them. I wonder, it might be the bookshelves. Let me see. The Ship of Ice. Nope. We read that one before. Okay.
I'm glad you've chosen to stay, Interloper. The path to master scribing is not an easy one, but its rewards are innumerable. Your knight appears to be leaving. Did I ruffle her feathers with my cause?
She's going to report to the Mages Guild and request some assistance here.
A guild of mages? Fascinating, but a topic for another conversation. Let's stay focused. Ulfsild prepared for the day that someone would follow in her footsteps. She left behind resources, notes, and information for her eventual inheritor.
And you want me to be this inheritor?
What I want is immaterial. The luminaries will dictate your future as a scriber of grimoires, an editor of spells. That said, I am Ulfsild's familiar. I can guide your early steps, get you flying in the right direction. Where you perch is up to you.
Where do I start?
Ulfsild left a number of echoes, instructional illusions, scattered throughout the library. Their aim is to guide you through the process of contacting the luminaries, making allies of them once again. There's one just behind you. See for yourself.
I'll see what Ulfsid had to say then.
The echo at the base of the altar is just one of many. Much of the Scalarium's knowledge has been lost to time. But if Magnus wills it, Ulfsild's preparations should be enough to see us through. Fly back to me when you have followed Ulfsild's instructions.
If you are seeing this, the Kroll has set you on the path to learn the art of scribing. A world of magic awaits you. I've left behind another sort of guide, the True Sight Lens. Seek it out in the East Wing. The lens and the fables are signposts to seek the luminaries, and they will teach you far more than I ever could.
True Sight Lens.
I made this lens so you might see the world as I do. The very warp and weft of magic laid out before me. A look through the lens will allow you to see impressions left behind by the luminaries. Follow these signposts, and you will find their domains.
Cal, Assistant Chronicler. Familiar to Feraldale Merchant. This is Cal, my dear and beloved familiar. She has been with me for many years. Please give Cal the utmost respect and kindness as a vendor, assistant chronicler, and fully fledged member of the Mages Guild. She's a professional, I say, and will treat you well if you treat her in kind. Cal eyes your coin purse, muttering something in incomprehensible Daedric to herself. Ah, okay. So, yeah, I can buy some items based on, you know, account-wide achievements here. That's kind of pretty. But I'm not gonna.
Good. You found the lens. It will be your most important tool in tracing a path to the luminaries. Merely holding the lens will attune you to the flow of magic. You will begin to see focal points, impressions left behind by these mystical beings.
How do I use these focal points?
It's quite simple. Stand in one and peer through the lens. Hidden magics in many forms will be revealed to you. Doors, glyphs, even secrets layered within tomes. But here, enough talk. Let's begin.
Where do I start?
Gather your feathers about you. Nearby, you will see a focal point and the Fable of the Indrik. Read the book, then step into the focal point. Peer through the lens, and you'll see the tome in an all-new light.
I'll give it a try.
Ulfsild's secrets are all around us. You need only know where to look. Read the Fable of the Indrik, then use the lens and re-examine the tome. You'll see what I mean.
Can you tell me more about this lens?
Ulfsild created the True Sight lens as she developed the art of scribing. From a young age, she could see magic in a way few others could. This intuitive understanding of magic was what led her to the luminaries, and inspired scribing itself.
If she could see magic, why did she need the lens?
Seeing and understanding are two different things, interloper. The lens was a tool, a high branch to give her a bird's-eye view of impressions left behind by the luminaries.
What do you mean she could see magic?
From a very young age, Archmage Ulfsild found she could see the current of magic as it flowed across Nirn. Faintly at times, more strongly in others. A rare and precious gift, one granted by Magnus himself, no doubt.
Fable of the Indrik. A hunter traveled through green waters to the break of the dawn, seeking a worthy quarry. He came across the lady, stone still with skirts pooled around her. Something huddled behind her, a creature of hooves and feathers and bones of the earth. It barked and gave chase when he got too close. He chased it through mud and brush and down into the earth, by amber light of Kulanda and gleaming halls of moon-gray stone. The long-legged creature shed its even longer shadow, leaving it to do battle with the hunter. The two met again among ruins of an isle brought low from the weight of a once mighty tower. All that remained was a well of starlight at its center. The creature did not run, but considered the hunter as he approached. "Why do you chase me?" asked the creature. "I sought a worthy quarry," answered the hunter. "I was feeble and new to the world," said the creature, "small and weak. I would lose my sharpness in waiting for you to grow. And you had sense enough to run," said the hunter. "What use would that gift be if none ever chased you?" "Drink of this well with me," said the creature. "We were both made stronger by your pursuit." The two foes bent their head and drank of the well of starlight. Rejuvenated, they raised their heads as friends and ran again, dashing over the river, splashing through the lady's skirts, stopping on a high overlook, jutting out to the sea. What a difference it made, thought the hunter, as he stepped into the creature's glade, keeping stride with another rather than following in their wake.
Now enter the focal point and peer through the lens. You will see what was unseen in the fable.
Okay. Enter the focal point. Read the fable. So, the notes are, we're in Tamriel for certain. Greenwater Cove, Dawnbreak. It must be Auradon. So when it says he came across the lady, a Mundus stone. I know the one, on an island in a small pond south and across the river from that little mining settlement. The beast must be an Indrik. Moon gray suggests the ruin of Onville. Bernassian, on the east coast. No tower, but there's an ancient well of power there. Consulted my map. This must not have been an island when the fable was written. Now it's a home of a lighthouse on the southwest corner of Auradon, southwest coast of Auradon. I hope the door is still there.
Excellent. Ulfsild's annotations will tell you where you need to go. You've seen the hidden annotations then, and you know where you are going?
It looks like Ulfsild's notes lead to Auradon.
You should be able to follow those annotations in sequence, leading you from location to location. Just like the hunter in the fable, you seek the Indrik now. Let Ulfsild be your guide.
Is there anything else I need to know?
As this is your first time, I will accompany you into the field. Not everything you need to know is on the page. I will teach you how to break the luminary wards and retrieve key fragments to enter the Indrik's domain.
I'll see you in Oradon then.
I'll meet you at the Lady's Standing Stone in Oradon. How nice it'll be to really stretch my wings again.
Do all the luminaries have fables like this?
Indeed. Ulfsild gathered hundreds of tomes in her search for these tales. A small handful of her annotated volumes will be needed to find the luminaries. Beyond the Indrik, you will seek them out in whatever order you choose.
Why am I starting with the Indrik?
Ulfsild felt a kinship with him. He was the first of the luminaries to ally with the Archmage, and the first to commit his power to the altar. If any of these unorthodox beings are still loyal to Ulfsild, I felt he would be the one.
I'm not sure how the luminaries connect to scribing or the altar.
Tilt your head and think of the altar as the heart of the Scalarium. Without it, the library would simply be a graveyard of tomes. A lifeless shell filled with old knowledge and stories of the past. What makes that heart beat? What gives it life?
The luminaries of magic?
Yes. Before the doors were sealed, the Indrik, Netch, Dragon, and Griffin fed the altar their strength. Now the heart of the Scalarium struggles to beat, and without that beating heart, your mastery of scribing will stagnate.
How do we know they'll be willing to share their strength with the altar again?
Ah, there's the trick. We don't. Ulfsild underwent trials to prove her worth, to gain their trust. But that was lifetimes ago. All we can hope to do now is find the luminaries and remind them of their promise to Ulfsild. The rest is up to you.
Okay, so we're going to end it there for now. Thanks for joining me. We'll keep advancing quest lines for this. Just do a little bit of one, then a little bit of the next. We'll see you later.